Hello, my name is Jennifer Laffick, and I'm the Curatorial Assistant at the Norton Museum of Art. As a part of Norton From Home, I'm bringing you a 2-episode series spotlighting my favorite 18th century French works of art from the Norton's collection. On today's first episode, I will be spotlighting this exquisite example of 18th century landscape by the artist Claude-Joseph Vernet. This work was created in 1746 and is entitled The Fisherman. It was commissioned by the Marquis de Villette, Pierre Charles, who was the secretary to King Louis XV. It's portable, relatively portable in its size, measuring about 2.5 feet in height and 3 feet in width. And it's in contrast to Vernet's equally popular shipwreck scenes. That's probably what would come up if you were to Google him. This landscape really exemplifies an idyllic retreat into nature. As you can see, the afternoon sun is streaming through the man-made aqueduct and really illuminating the softly leaved trees and rocky cliffs of the painting. In the foreground, we see loitering men and women, and they're fishing, they're just watching what's going on, and they're dressed in classical costume, which kind of indicates a longing for an Arcadian, fantasy-like past that's respectful and admiring of nature. Vernet built on the ideas forged by artists of the 1600s like Salvador Rosa, Claude Lorraine, and Nicolas Poussin, who all created landscapes that corresponded to literary descriptions found in ancient history and mythology. Vernet also appealed to the sensibilities of the 1700s by studying nature empirically and creating vivid, immersive experiences for his audience. This coincided directly with the idea of the sublime, which was a philosophy that studied the fear and awe encountered in nature. Vernet was born in 1714 in Avignon to a decorative artist, and he studied painting when he was very young. He studied marine landscapes in Aix-en-Provence, and soon after he was sponsored to travel to Italy to further study antiquity and Italian landscapes. At the age of 26 in 1740, he established himself as the landscape artist of Italy and was sought for commissions by French diplomats, artists on the Grand Tour, and even King Louis XV himself, who commissioned Vernet for an 8-part series depicting French port cities. The French philosopher Denis Diderot was also an avid supporter and fan of Vernet's work. The Fisherman was acquired by the Norton Museum in 2013 after the Norton received a phone call from Mr. Edward Kampf, who was helping his friends move out of their condominium. Eleanor and Ronald Bacher, who were Mr. Kampf's friends, wished to donate their Vernet painting to the Norton. Before the painting could be hung on the gallery's wall, conservation had to be done on the painting surface to restore it to its original splendor. While there were minor tears, punctures, and an obscured coat of varnish, which has given the surface a wrinkled effect, the Fisherman had been virtually untouched, and the canvas primarily suffered from its age. Conservators from South Florida Art Conservation worked over a 3-month period to resolve these issues. Their treatments included mending the tear on the painting's left side and providing cosmetic treatment to the painting's surface. The transformation is astonishing, and the painting can now be enjoyed to its original splendor. I hope you will come visit this exquisite painting once the Norton reopens. It's located on the 3rd floor. And stay tuned for a second episode of 18th Century Insights, where I will compare 2 examples of French portraiture from the Norton's European collection. I hope you take care and stay well, and thank you for joining me today.